We're going to be hearing from our graduating teams in just a little bit, but I wanted to take just a moment to give you a little bit more about the background of Paws for Ability and explain a little bit about the journey that each of the dogs have taken to get to this day. So at Paws, we breed, raise, train each one of the dogs that are graduating, and we're so excited to have so many people in the room watching online who have played such an important part of that journey to be here to celebrate with us today. Our program actually starts even before these dogs were born. Our breeding program has very, very special mom and dad dogs who have passed behavior and health clearances to be part of our breeding program. Health clearances include cardiology testing, ophthalmology testing, orthopedics, genetic testing. We want to make sure that it's not just a puppy that's being produced, but a healthy dog that's really ready to start that journey to become a service dog. Once the puppies are born, they actually start their training at 3 days old. This is actually before their eyes are open, before their ears are open. So the early stages of training are so critical in laying that foundation that is going to be built on throughout these stages as a dog eventually, hopefully, becomes a service dog. That puppy enrichment program does a lot of foundational training related to things that they might see in the future, things that might hear, and experiences. They might, if they're getting used to, our goal is to have them used to wearing a vest. Well, at those early stages, they may just put a cloth on the puppy's back just to get them used to the feel of that. And so we have many volunteers and supporters who help us working with the puppies to help them reach those goals. When the puppies are 8, 10, 12 weeks old or so, they are actually going out to volunteers who are raising the puppies. These are the ones that are potty training the puppies, helping them learn the manners that they need to learn to be able to be a great service dog, obedience training, and especially going into public places. The thing that really sets apart a service dog compared to a regular pet is their public access. Their public access is protected because of the Americans with Disabilities Act. And it protects the rights of people with disabilities. And so service dogs fit within that allow the person with a disability to be accompanied by their service dog to so many different places of public accommodation. That's why they're on planes, that they're at the grocery store, they're going out where the individual is actually going to need their support. So the training stages of taking them lots of different places is actually really critical training. There's a lot of interesting things out in the world, and so we want to make sure that so many of those experiences are seen in a positive framework when the puppies are young. So we have many, many volunteers who support that role as well. As the dogs are going through that process, they have different evaluations that they actually go through. A 6-month evaluation to see if they're on track and there's additional support they need. There's a 12-month evaluation as well. And so this helps guide their training team to determine when the dogs are ready for advanced training, when they're going to actually learn the specific tasks that their partner will need as a service dog. When the dogs are ready for advanced training, they join our training team here and are working Monday through Friday with our training team. And even though we may have 2 children with autism both receiving a service dog, understand that's a spectrum disorder that looks unique to each individual. So we want to make sure that we treat each one of the individuals that we're working with as an individual, understand what are the challenges they're facing and how can we train a dog to really meet them where they're at. So all the training is specifically customized to that specific placement through that advanced training process. The dogs are in advanced training an average of 3 to 6 months, depending upon the dog and the tasks that they're learning. And it leads to days like today. But before that step, families are coming from all over. So the 10 families graduating today came to Paws for 10 days of training to learn how to work with their service dog before graduating. So we're really excited to hear from the families, but I wanted to take a moment to tell you guys more about the people behind our mission. So I'm going to invite our Associate Director up, Erin Wolf, and she is going to share a little bit more.
Thanks, Jennifer. Congratulations again to the new service dog teams. Before we start calling you up to introduce yourselves, I'd like to take a moment to talk about the massive community that works behind the scenes every day to make days like today possible. Most people are surprised to learn that we have over 2,000 dedicated volunteers who put in a lot of sacrifice and hard work raising our dogs. Our volunteers strengthen our mission in many ways, such as providing wonderful homes to our breeder dogs, helping our dogs while at our facility, and fostering over 400 dogs at any given time to provide a foundational training and socialization experiences that Jennifer described that are critical to becoming a fully trained service dog. Paws also employs around 70 staff members who work every day of the year to care for and train for our dogs. Our staff ensure the dogs meet the highest standards of health and care that our over 2,000 volunteers and families have, that the support that they need, and that each service dog is trained to provide the life-changing tasks for their partner. And finally, I want to recognize our generous donors. Each highly trained service dog represents an investment of $40,000, a cost that reflects the extensive training and care these incredible dogs receive. Each family is here today thanks to the support from their own communities and also from our generous donors who support Paws in order to reduce the amount that families are asked to raise. If you are here today and are a part of the Paws community as a volunteer, staff, or donor, would you please stand if you are able so that we can recognize you? Thank you. I'd like to invite Devin on up to recognize our class sponsor.
Hi, everyone. The sponsor for the Sky Blue class was unfortunately not able to make it today, but they did pass along a message to share with all of you, so I'm going to read it for you. They said, on behalf of Al and Ashley Tyson, our daughter Avery, and our son Liam, with his new service dog Tigger, who graduated just last month, it is truly an honor and a privilege for our QT Liam Incorporated and the army of support that stands behind it to have the opportunity to sponsor the Sky Blue class at Paws for Ability. Having had the amazing experience of match day, getting to meet Tigger for the first time, then to graduate and bring him home and watch her further develop and become what will be an integral part of our family, makes us so grateful to be able to share this graduation day with you. There cannot be enough said about the support from the staff and volunteers at Paws that each family will receive along their journey. So much time and effort go into these four-legged companions that make them just an incredible asset to someone in need. Everything in life comes with a cost, and it was something we originally did not think was even a remote possibility to secure the funds for a service dog for our son. It all started with one person reaching out to us about the possibility of fundraising for a dog for Liam, to which we agreed was worth a shot. Little did we know that the support system out there was as incredible as it was, and we were able to raise the funds for the dog in about a month and a half. As incredibly difficult as this journey in life with a disabled child can be, we have seen so much that there truly is good in people and continue to see it every day. Liam's life will be and already has been made better with Tigger in his life. We are excited to congratulate the families who have received their new service dogs over the last 10 days. We know you are excited and likely even a bit nervous as we were to take them home and integrate them into your everyday lives. We cannot say enough about how incredible these companions are and how they will lift you up every day. Paws will continue to be there to answer all those questions that arise and help you navigate through. Again, congratulations to you all. We are so proud and honored to be able to sponsor this life-changing and unforgettable day.
If you have any questions about donating, volunteering, or sponsoring, whether you are here today or online, we'd love to invite you to be part of our mission. Check out our website with the next steps or give us a call. We also have information on the back of your programs, and I invite everyone here today to join us for a tour immediately following graduation. That'll be led by Devin, so just find her in the lobby after graduation. And again, congratulations to the new teams. I'd like to now introduce the class lead, Molly.
Hi everyone, my name is Molly. I had the honor of being the class lead for the Sky Blue class along with my two other trainers, Adelisa and Zoe. The class consists of 10 amazing families traveling from all over the country, some even from here in Ohio, to attend our 10-day course to learn how to work with their new service dogs. We learned everything from medical alert, mobility assistance, tethering, and behavior disruption. To all the families, you all have been wonderful to work with, and I have enjoyed every minute of it. Now, to officially announce the very first service dog team to come up and talk, I would like to invite Jenny, who is now Bingo, and Avery.
We are the Gibson family from southern Wisconsin. This is my wife Lauren, my little girl Skylar here, and then Avery, and our new service dog Bingo. This is Avery's new service dog for autism awareness. Our daughter struggles with a lot of sensory and emotional regulation, and she loves dogs a lot. So we knew a service dog would be the best route for her. Bingo has already stopped and prevented countless meltdowns since we've been here the past 10 days. It amazes me how confident and ready she is to help Avery and how willing she is to alert us when Avery's about to have a meltdown or when she's in distress. She is the main reason we did so well over the past 10 days. We hope that over the next months or years, Avery will connect. She can go to Bingo when she feels dysregulated. She is the main reason while we continue to help with that. With that being said, I would like to thank all the donors, trainers, Zoe, she's over there I think was, Molly and Adelisa, and Bingo's Fosties, Karen and David sitting over there, and Watt, which I don't know if Watt's here. Wyatt, yep. Thank you to our amazing friends and family who helped us make this possible and raise all the money that we needed to make this happen for Avery. So yeah, that's about it. And I'd like to shout out my nephew, Blake and Colton, and my sister-in-law, Paige, for taking care of our pets back home. That's it.
Our next service dog team is Wilbur, who is now Milo, and Emma.
Thank you. You gonna hold them? Hello. Hi, everyone. This is Emma, and I'm mom. Emma got hurt at birth, so she had a stroke at birth, and therefore led to seizures. It was very hard for us to leave her, like many parents that have kids that have seizures, to sleep by herself. So a friend of ours told us about Paws. 12 years ago, we got our first service dog, and his name is Snap, and he's away right now. But he was wonderful, and he helped get independence for Emma and slept with her, and he was 100% on alert. So he's been wonderful. Now he's getting older, and he's losing his hearing, and he's getting some issues with his knees. So when we applied for the second service dog, Emma decided that she wanted to have one that was small. And so we applied for a small dog, Papillon, and we got this wonderful, wonderful service dog that has been raised by very wonderful people. Everybody put so much love into it. He's a very intelligent dog. He learns very quickly. We're very happy with him. We are from Florida, so we're going to be flying back, and we're hoping that he's not scared to fly because he hasn't flown yet. Like we said, we pursued the dog because of her seizures, and we've seen the value of having a service dog. So this is something that, it has helped her with confidence, and it's helped her with seizure alert. So it's been wonderful. Have you enjoyed the classes, Emma?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All the training? And what about your friend came over?
Yes.
Sean, to help you?
Sean.
Yeah, she came over to help you. What do you hope to have with Milo?
to have fun and to bond with him.
Yep. I want to pretty much my goal is for her to eventually just do stuff with him, for them to become a one team. Especially because she's going to be going to community college, and I think that she's also learning a lot of responsibility. It's a great thing for her, and she's really owning up to it, which we're very proud of that. So that would be my goal. I want to thank everyone that helped, the donors, the people that had Milo be born, the people that raised Milo, and everybody that participated in every part of his life. I want you to know that you can always contact us if you want to know how he's doing and what's going on. You're welcome to come over to the house and visit. Okay? It's Florida, so it's close to Orlando. So please feel free, and thank you everyone, the trainers, Milo. What?
It's Molly.
Molly? Go ahead.
Zoe.
Zoe and who else?
And Adalise.
Adalisa, correct. Everybody, thank y'all very much. You can get it. Oh, she's gonna let me have it.
The next service dog team is Norris and Cambry.
Hi everyone, we are the Sharps. This is Cambry. This is Norris, her dog. My name is Brandy. This is my husband Brian. Cambry has two older brothers who are at home in Illinois. They are excitedly waiting to meet Norris. They have seen pictures and we've talked to him several times, but they weren't able to come today. So we live just outside of Casey, Illinois in the country. So we're excited when we get home that we have a backyard that Norris can run and play in. We have a couple other dogs, so we're going to have a lot of fun with him being able to be with our animals. We decided to get a seizure dog because as Cambry's epilepsy progressed, as she has gotten older, we found that we needed someone to help us keep an eye on her. Her seizures tended to happen a lot around sleep, which was affecting both of us. We weren't sleeping because of that. And so we thought that it would be nice to have someone or something to help us keep eyes and ears on her. So as parents, we were looking for something that gave us some peace and reassurance. Our hope for Cambry is that Norris will provide that peace and reassurance to her as well to us and give her comfort and decrease her stress, as well as increase independence for her as she is now a new teenager. As of the 7th, she turned 13. We have enjoyed every day of this training. It has been wonderful to work with Molly and Zoe and Adalisa. It's been wonderful to meet the Fosters who have taken such great care of Norris and raised him into be such a good boy. He is the very best dog I've ever seen in my entire life. We are so excited at how well he has bonded with Cambry and how well he has already started to recognize her seizures and alert us to those. We can tell that the love that he's received from a puppy is evident in his behavior and in the amount of people who've come to see him today. So we have really especially enjoyed all of the videos and pictures that you've shared with us, Jenny. Thank you so much. So there's no doubt to us that this dog has been showered with love every day of his life, and we're so grateful. So our plan is to have Cambry eventually be his trainer and be his handler. For right now, she's going to be a 3-partner team with one of us being the handler and then her being a partner. When she's at school, she'll have a one-on-one who's with her as well, and we eventually will train her to be that as well. The goal is to have that independence because she's going to want to be without her mom all the time soon. Maybe. But the last few days that we have seen that her and Norris have grown close and that bond is already developing. Whenever she sits down on the floor, he snuggles right up to her in the car, he's right there next to her the entire time. We're excited for the future and to see how his love and affection affect her life and how they affect her seizures. We want to thank all of our family and friends in our community for their support. When we started to have this idea, I kind of toyed with the idea of how should we approach fundraising. I'm not a fan of asking for money, but I put it out on Facebook to our friends and family, and we had the money raised in less than a month because our community was so great. They were wonderful. We had stores that offered to give us funds from their sales. We had different people who donated all of their tips from their days to go towards her dog. We had classmates of hers who did lemonade stands to raise money for her to get a seizure dog. The 100 Women Who Care unit in our city donated their quarterly funds to her fund. So we were able to raise the money very quickly, and we're forever grateful for that. In addition to those donations that we received for money, we've had kind words and sweet thoughts and prayers and love from everyone, and we're truly grateful for all of that. You want to say thank you?
Thank you, everyone, for
training Norris.
For training Norris.
And for making it possible for you to get him.
And for making it possible to get him.
Thank you much.
Thank you very much. I heart you.
The next service dog team is Render and Colin.
He's ready.
Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
Say love you, Render?
Thank you.
Say yay. Yeah. Okay, can I have this now? An original. Okay, can I thank everyone for you? Yeah? Can I get this with you?
No.
Hey. If you let me hold this, you can hold this after.
Okay.
Okay, we gotta wait, okay? You can dance. Do you want to dance?
Yeah.
Okay, you can dance. So this is Colin. And this is kind of how he entered class every day for the past 10 days. I think everyone can attest. So my name is Katie Boychuk, and this is Colin, and we're from Chicago. And last week, my husband Mike and son Jack came along too for training, and our 9-year-old Mac was at home. So Colin has a rare disease called MED13L syndrome. And life with a rare disease is hard in ways that you never expected. When we got our diagnosis, our doctor actually had never heard of it before. And every doctor we've seen in Chicago has never heard of it before. So every doctor appointment I go in and I have to tell them what the current research says and, you know, what challenges and successes that Colin has. So life there's a lot of unknowns, and not a lot of answers. But yeah, sometimes that's what I do after appointments, right, Colin? Yeah, I know. Your turn. 1 second. So about 1.5 years after his diagnosis, we just started seeing how Colin just lit up around animals. So he started horse therapy shortly thereafter. And But what I really saw was his bond with our 12-year-old dog, Hank. And I got Hank when I just started dating my now husband. So Hank was king of the castle for quite a long time. And now, 3 little boys later, and a lot of adventures, Hank is quite naughty, and a little particular. But he still, the way he could comfort Colin and just what I saw him doing, I realized just the benefits a service animal could be for Colin. So I reached out to a friend who I knew had a service animal for her child, and she said, oh, 4Paws is just absolutely the best. Stop looking, stop doing your research, just sign up now. So we joined the wait list, and we began our wait. And, just during that time, his love for animals and life has just grown. And, now we have Render. And it's so exciting. And there's still so many unknowns in our life. But one thing is absolutely certain. Render is going to be our light in the dark days. He's going to help carry our family, and especially Colin, through the challenges we haven't even met yet. And I just want to say how deeply grateful we are to 4Paws and the entire team. Everyone who's made this program possible, and especially to Render's handlers, Teresa and Essence. You just meet people and you just know, wow, they make this world a better place. And you two are both like that. So thank you guys so much. You're amazing. And Essence especially, I can't wait to see all the amazing things you're going to do in this world, because you are an amazing person. Thank you. So to everyone, thank you for giving our son not just support, but hope, connection, and a future that feels a little less scary and a lot more possible. Thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to take a, no. Hey, you want to play with the phone?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to take a bow? Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Our next service dog team is Beauty, who is now Ellie and Charlie.
Thank you, Molly. When we're done, you can say something, yes. Hi, everyone. We are the Weinberg family. I'm Danielle. This is my husband, Steve, our daughter, Teresa, Patrick, and then, of course, Ellie with our new, Ellie with Charlie. The service dog is Ellie. This is Charlie. We are from Succothon, New Jersey, and making this trip has been a long time coming for our family. Charlie is our brave, bright, too snacking, always smiling, rare disease warrior who manages to defy every odd thrown against him. Charlie has a rare disease, heart-nup, that causes epilepsy, neurodevelopmental delays, skin boils if he's out in sunlight, ataxia, and so much more. Ellie is going to be a behavioral and seizure medical alert companion, and like so many families here, we live in that space of constant listening, watching, worrying, waiting for the next shoe to drop, but praying that you don't miss it either. We wanted Charlie to have some independence, more safety, and a peace of mind. And honestly, we wanted the same for his brother and sister, who love him fiercely, and carry a weight on their shoulders as well, constantly waiting for that next seizure or outburst in their brother. Ellie represents something we've been dreaming about for years, a partner for Charlie who will watch over him in ways that even we can't. Someone who's going to give him confidence, who brings comfort when things feel overwhelming, and who will help him experience, is doing so good, his world with a touch of freedom and safety other kids his age get to experience. Over the past 10 days, we've watched them learn from each other day in and day out. It's been emotional in every direction, obviously. Ellie has already shown signs that she gets him. She knows when he's dysregulated. She gravitates to him, and by day 7, right here in this room, she recognized a seizure that almost every adult in the room wouldn't have seen for the type of epilepsy that he has. We'd like to give the biggest thank you to this incredible team, to the trainers who poured their hearts into these dogs, and to everyone behind the scenes who made this possible. To Ellie's trainer, Zoe, I know you're here somewhere. Thank you for loving her, shaping her, and trusting us with her. To Sophia, you were her first family. While I know you know how much we already love you, please know the integral part of our family you've become. And to David and Karen, their foster, you've loved Ellie like your own and took us all under your wing. Even the last month, Charlie was having a lot of seizures from being so excited to come out here and trying to self-regulate. And Karen got on the phone every single time with Ellie and let him see her, and we just couldn't have been more thankful for that partnership. And lastly, to all the other families here with us, it's been absolutely incredible to share this experience with you all. We have met some of the kindest individuals I ever imagined. My children and I have made lifelong friends. We've conquered this together in a space that was safe for us. And finally, I'd like to thank our village at home, our families, friends, coworkers. I have a team who's all online watching and loving us through this. The people back home who have prayed for Charlie, supported us, donated, checked in. Every ounce of every being has never gone unnoticed. Over the past 3 years, when our world got flipped upside down with this diagnosis, we felt the love 500 miles away in the last 2 weeks. Today is the beginning of a brand new chapter for Charlie. For those who may not have figured it out yet, Charlie's favorite thing in the world is the Disney movie Up. And through his countless not so fun adventures, he's imagined himself like Russell, the little wilderness explorer with a lot of heart, but needing some help along the way. Ellie is named after the heart of the movie, who drives the core values and honoring her memory to push forward through hardship when it comes to the ones you love. We know Ellie will forever be Charlie's push forward through every adventure that now comes his way. In the words of Carl at the very end of the movie, for performing above and beyond the call of duty, I'd like to award you the highest honor I can bestow, the Ellie badge. Thank you. Oh, you want to say thank you?
Thank you, everyone.
Our next service dog team is Hardy, who is now Fabian, and Max. You want me to hold him for you, Max? Got him around my neck. I know you're one of your favorite people in the world.
Hi, I'm Max O'Brien. This is my dog Fabian, and these are my parents, Rebecca and Bill. Sorry, I folded up my notes. We are from here, Ohio. We're from the kind of Dayton, Miami County area. So we are very lucky to be this close to Four Paws, and close to a really good community of people who are willing to help us with him. This is my first service dog, so lots of learning to be done. Fabian is my medical alert and stability and mobility. That's what it is. That's a word. He helps me with that. He helps me with my mainly 2 disorders that I've had for majority of my life. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or EDS. I have the hypermobile variant, right? And postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, or POTS. Yeah, try to say that 5 times fast. Trust me, I have. It's not easy. But I think I might have turned it off. Okay, or that. There we go. I was diagnosed with EDS. How old? 5? 7. I was fairly young when I got diagnosed with EDS. I had been breaking bones a lot. I had been falling a lot more. And when I got diagnosed with EDS, we didn't know what it was really. And there was a lot of fighting over whether I had it or some other condition. And it made hard to get what I needed. And that had been the story of my life since then. it was hard to be a normal kid. I didn't get to do the things all the other kids get to do. And when I got a little older, my POTS got really bad. I was passing out a lot. I was, my POTS makes me pass out, and I was dizzy all the time. I couldn't get through a day without at least having really bad dizzy spells, and it made it hard to do things. I didn't get to participate in sports anymore. I didn't get to do long walks. I spent a lot of gym classes in wheelchairs because I am an ambulatory wheelchair user. I couldn't go anywhere by myself at school anymore because we never knew if I was going to lose consciousness randomly walking. It was hard. It made being a normal kid hard. And my parents were doing everything they could to try and make my life as normal as they could, but there are just some things that make it hard. And then we learned about potentially getting a service dog here who could help me, who could alert when I fell down so I could walk places sort of by myself. So I could participate in things, so I didn't have to sit out. Someone who could support me while I was walking, so maybe I needed the wheelchair less. Someone who could help with my panic attacks and who could help with all my other issues, who could pick things up for me so I didn't have to bend over. He does a great many things that I cannot do without some kind of medical repercussion. And so I was really excited when we started fundraising. Fundraising did not go well for us. And I have, the only reason we're here, I have to thank both my parents for the amount of work they did fundraising, and my Gaga and my Pop in New York, who I believe are watching, because when we were struggling to get the rest of the money, because fundraising wasn't working out well for us, they provided the money we needed and got us here. And so far it's been an amazing experience. My days, while they are filled with telling a dog leave it, have been filled with a lot less pain, a lot less dizzy spells, and a lot more companionship. I haven't taken him a lot of places, but I do already feel more independent. I feel like I can do more. I've been doing more. I feel much better about participating at school. I feel better about everything. He's been a huge help for me with everything he does. Even if he is extremely sassy and does not work for free. I'm already developing a really strong bond with him. I'm seeing my family bond well with him, and I can't now imagine my life if I had never been able to come here. I don't think the rest of my life will be as bright for me as it is now. He is giving me the independence I need to do a lot more, to do what I've kind of wanted to do, which is be a normal kid. I feel a lot better about being able to do things like go to college and hang out with my friends and go to things at school and do more. I can do more activities. I can do more things. And I have him to thank for it. And I want to thank a lot of people. I especially want to thank Kendall for taking such good care of him. You are amazing, and I can tell he's been loved a lot. She was his previous foster mom, and you are amazing. And I want to thank my parents a lot for everything they have done for me, for driving an hour to get here every single day for the past 10 days, doing all the work fundraising and taking care of me and Liam when it's hard. But Liam's my younger brother. He's playing in there. For putting up with me learning how to take care of a dog. I do want to thank Gaga and Pop again, because they did something they did not have to do, to make my life a lot easier. And I won't ever forget that. I want to thank everyone who works here, especially Zoe and Molly and Annalisa, for helping out. I know he has a lot more tasks than most people in class, so it was probably a lot harder to get him to do all the things he was supposed to, plus obedience, plus a behavior disruption. I want to thank my brother for being as patient as he was. I know it's hard when you have a sibling who, my brother has some problems too, and so me and him have a sort of bond that was that I don't think we would have had because we have a pretty big age gap over bonding that. But I know it's hard when your sibling is getting a lot more attention, even if you know they need it, because he does not have a service dog. I want to thank Fabian a lot for making my life easier. I want to thank all my friends. I want to thank, I know she won't hear it, but I have my para at school, Miss Emily. She has been supporting and making sure I'm getting all my work for the 10 days I'm missing, because I will be coming straight into exams when I go back to school. I want to thank my parents again, because they've been my biggest supporters my whole life. They have made sure that if there was something I wanted to do, I could do it. Especially my mom, who always drove all the places and argued with all the schools to make sure I got everything I needed. And just everyone here at Four Paws, the staff, the workers, the other families, the sponsors, everybody. I want to thank you all so much. Everyone who came here, everyone who worked here, Care Source for sponsoring the litter he is from. Yeah.
Thank you. We won't take up a whole lot more of your time, but we wanted to sort of echo some of that. Kendall, thank you. Like I said, we can tell he's been a very well loved and well cherished dog, and he shows that to us every day in the way they give support. I want to say a special thank you to Zoe. I don't know where you disappeared to in all of this space, but thank you for letting me have someone to text when I'm like, you're not going to believe what he did in the mall. I just really appreciate that sort of support. And then just everyone, thank you so much for everything that you do, because it is giving us a lot of hope for the future and independence, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Our next service dog team is Audrey, who is now Ruthie, and Hannah.
Hi, everybody. We are Josh, Aubrey, and Hannah Steinbraun. We have 2 older children at home back in Central Florida, Jack and Adeline, and then this is our service dog, Ruthie. She is her primary trained behavior is a seizure alert dog for Hannah. We are also a part of the rare disease community. Hannah has a condition called ALG 13, and she's one of less than 100 girls globally. So it's one of those things that you kind of learn as you go, and epilepsy is the primary symptom that she's really struggled with. She also has developmental delay and everything. So Ruthie is also trained to help Hannah with balance support if she's ever able to walk. Right now she's in a wheelchair, so that's our ultimate hope, is that she'll be able to get there and Ruthie will be able to help her. When we first met Ruthie, we walked into the office and she started sniffing Hannah aggressively, and Molly asked if Hannah had just had a seizure, and she had it, and she was pre-alerting to Hannah, and Hannah ended up having a seizure a few minutes later. So it was really cool. That was honestly what we've been praying for the past few years, is that our dog would be very nurturing, really well very in tune with Hannah, and that she would be able to alert to those seizures. So it was really special to see that connection from the get-go. We'd like to thank all of the sponsors, the donors, and the staff at Four Paws, the trainers, Molly, Zoe, and Adelisa, and it's been a pleasure to meet all the families, and then especially all of the families and individuals that trained Ruthie and poured so much love into her. Thank you.
Our next service dog team is Scratch, who's now Whisk, and JD.
We are the Hagerman family. My name is Jerica. This is my husband, Brett, and this is our son, JD, who is 13. He has two sisters back at home in Illinois. His older sister is 15. Her name is Eva. And his younger sister is 7. Her name is Anna. And JD is diagnosed with autism, and he is a non-speaker. And for the majority of his life, 12 years, we sat in a lot of meetings where they told us he was cognitively delayed, told us a lot of things that ended up being not true. After watching a documentary earlier this year about a method called spelling, where students just spell things out on a little letterboard, JD started spelling and communicating, and it's been a crazy whirlwind of a year for him. Not only is he intellectually very intelligent, but we have learned so many things about him that we never thought we would be able to. So when we started this process 3 years ago, we started because he had had several really scary elopements where he left our house, and no locks or any amount of hypervigilance were enough to kind of keep him contained. And even scarier, he was really drawn to water. And so when he would leave our home, it was terrifying, even if it was for 30 seconds, that we didn't know where he was. But since spelling, his elopements have really calmed down. He's able to talk to us, tell us the things that he needs. And so the task that Whisk will mainly support is tethering, just because in public he does get a little bit nervous, and just his body just still wants to kind of pace or leave maybe a large group. And so we're still really excited about that. And then also too, just the comfort of just having a best friend is what he has spelled the most about. And so we, the first couple of days, JD also has apraxia, which is just where his body doesn't necessarily do the things that his brain wants it to do. He might be telling his body, like, gently pet the dog, and he might apply more pressure than he should, or make jerky movements. And so their first couple of days together were a little standoffish. Neither one of them quite knew what to do with the other, but already just in 10 days, they have grown so much. And JD already refers to him as his best friend forever. So super sweet to see their bond grow to the point that at times we have to separate them because they're both getting overexcited, and give them little breaks from each other. Some of the places that Whisk will go to us are basketball games, stores, restaurants. JD loves being out in public. He loves being around other people. And so for a long time, it was just really impossible for us to take him some of those places. So one of the things that he's most excited about is just, it doesn't really feel like anywhere is off limits to him anymore. His goals with Whisk are just to continue to bond and build their relationship and their comfort with each other. And again, to just be able to more fully engage in the community. And we look forward to just training on those daily tasks that we've been working on at home. JD actually took the time to spell out some words that he wanted me to read and share. So his words are, "Thank you all from me. Whisk gives me a new hope to laugh in life more. I hope to have more fun in my life with my new best friend. Having Whisk opens many doors for me. Life is a challenge, but I know that new adventures are ahead."
Unfortunately, last night we got a call that we lost a loved one from our family, and walking through that with my oldest daughter back home over the phone last night just got me thinking about life and about how fleeting it is, and how we need to live life to the fullest. And so often
those with special needs are overlooked because us who function on a normal level take for granted the easiness of life sometimes and our circumstances and the abilities that we have that unfortunately these kids and adults don't have. And so I just want to speak to everyone who's involved with this charity and say thank you. It's an investment. What you're doing is investing in the quality of someone else's life. And they get to experience something a more normal life because of what you guys do. I guess you could say you've given them 4 paws up on life. And I truly believe that. I believe that these kids not only receive a service dog that helps them daily, but also gain a friend and a companion. So we are so thankful for each and every one of you who are involved with this organization.
And then just a couple quick thanks. We don't want to take too much time, but we do just want to thank all of the donors for 4 Paws. Raising half of the money is difficult enough. I can't imagine doing it without that extra support. We want to thank one of his fosters, Emily. We want to thank Aiden and Kate, who drove super far to be here today and sent us a whole Google Drive of all of his puppy days that have just had us in awe as we were waiting to come. We want to thank Molly and Zoe, and this a very special thank you to Adelisa and her family, also for taking Whisk into their home as well. Back home, we want to thank our parents, especially our moms, who kept our very busy daughters running to all of their activities and just keeping things afloat while we're away. And then just many close friends and even strangers who donated. We were very blessed also to put the call out that we really needed this, and our community really came together quickly for us. And so we just want to thank everybody who donated to JD.
And lastly, most importantly, I want to thank our Father who's in heaven, who writes stories that we couldn't even imagine, who redeems life, and he gives hope through his Son. Thank you, everybody.
Our next service dog team is Fizzle, who is now Luna, and she will be working at Dayton Children's Hospital.
Hi, everybody. My name is Tesla. This is Natalie, and this is Kennedy. We're going to be working with Luna at Dayton Children's Hospital, and Kennedy is one of the kiddos that she gets to live with when she is at home being a dog. Before I accepted my position at Dayton Children's as a facility dog handler, I was actually working there for about 3 years prior. And while I was there, I got to see Peppermint, Millie, Red, Addie, and Piper all get to make these really meaningful connections and relationships with the staff and also the patients, of course, while we were there. And after I witnessed that, I just knew that I would love to get to do that someday, which is why we are here. We are going to be working in the rehab department. So rehabilitation therapy can be really challenging. It can be really frustrating and really exhausting. Sometimes it can be really hard to stay motivated as well, especially whenever the progress feels slow, which is why we're so excited to have Luna there. She's going to be able to provide that extra spark of motivation for all of the kiddos that are going through therapy. So instead of just reading a book by themselves in speech therapy, or throwing a ball up against the wall in physical therapy, or just practicing writing like letters in occupational therapy, they could now read to Luna instead, or they could throw a toy for her to fetch for them, or they could write her a letter and then she can do her little Luna mail and write them back, which is really exciting. Just adding a furry friend to goal-oriented tasks can really offer just a brand new perspective on things, especially when we get stuck in those ruts of just the same thing over and over again. When we started our training here at 4 Paws, not gonna lie, I was most excited to meet Luna. However, as much as I've loved getting to see her, it's also been really, really cool to see all the families bond with their service dogs. They all have these amazing stories, and it's just been really wonderful to get to know all of you, so thank you. But then it's just been super fun to get to know Luna and her personality and see all of the amazing things that she's able to do and the amazing things that she's going to be able to do with all of these kiddos. I just wanted to say a few thank yous. So I want to, again, thank all of the families that are here because it's been so wonderful to get to know each and every one of you. I want to thank Dayton Children's and the donors, specifically the Bergman family, for making this possible. Your generosity and your support has just made the Canine Co-Pilots program thrive and make a huge difference in everybody's lives. I want to thank everyone that has been a part of Luna's journey. So all of her volunteers that just took her outside to play, her foster family specifically, you guys are wonderful, and her trainer Molly. She got to work with Molly, and we are just so grateful for all of you. You have turned her, I saw the tail wag, you have turned her into the dog that she is today. Yeah, thank you guys so much.
And our last service dog team is Gravy and Samuel.
Thank you. You're welcome. You want to stand with me, Shar? Okay. I'm Katie. This is my husband, Ben. Samuel was matched with Gravy. Shake it off. You got it. And this is my daughter, Charlotte. I'm going to read this off because I know I'm going to cry. And every family's been making me cry. So that was as much as I could just improv our names. As so many parents of medically complex children can understand, we have always been willing to do or try anything. Therapies, treatments, products, service dogs. We knew we wanted to pursue this since Sam was a toddler. I actually have emails to Paws dating back to 2018 when we began talking about it and asking questions. And we did this a few years in a row. We're like, you still taking lists? And we determined that when the time was right, we were certain we wanted to work with this organization. We began the official process in 2022, and with the help of our extensive support system, we're officially on the list in the spring of 2023. So here we are about 2.5 years later, and it has been well worth the wait. If you don't know Sam or haven't seen his Strength for Sam page, let me tell you a little about him. Sam has spina bifida, it's this guy, and autism. He has overcome every obstacle thrown his way, extensive surgeries and recoveries, medical trauma, and a lot of complexities over the last 10 years. Gravy is a multi-purpose service dog, and we are a 3-unit team. He has been trained to perform tasks for mobility and balance, behavior disruption, and retrieval. The last 10 days have been a whirlwind, extraordinary, emotional, and exhausting, but the bond we have witnessed between Sam and Gravy is far more than I ever could have expected. I didn't expect Sam to be as active with training as he was this week, which was awesome to watch. No, I'm okay, thank you. Last night, when everyone was quiet, everyone was sleeping, or so Sam thought, he was laying with Gravy in bed, stroking his back, and he whispered, "I love you," in his ear. And I think that moment speaks for itself. Gravy is calm, intuitive, a little goofy and clumsy, a lot like Sam actually, but I have no doubt that Bond will continue to grow. We're hopeful this will help Sam with his independence, confidence, and social growth. I want to take a minute to thank all of our friends and family who helped to make this moment possible. We've always had a large support system in our community back home who have followed our journey, and the support to meet our financial obligations for Gravy was like a ripple effect from friends from grade school, college professors,
past and present coworkers, family from all over, Maryland, Virginia, Minnesota, and even providers from over the years that took care of Sam. We would not be here without you and your support, and we are eternally grateful. We want to thank the families of the Sky Blue class for sharing their stories and vulnerabilities with us. The kindness, acceptance, and inclusivity was palpable in the training room all 2 weeks. It was quite the experience to be able to share this with all of you. I made friendships and connections I didn't expect to find here. Lastly, I want to thank the Paws organization and all of the trainers for everything they've done and their hard work. The time and effort they've put into training these service dogs is clear, as well as the love and care that went into making this a success. Thank you for everything you do and everything you've given Sam and our family. Gravy, welcome to the family.
Hey, it's me, Samuel. You heard my mom talk about me.
Be polite.
I also want to say wait, just.
Oops. Are you tired? Are you making a joke?
No, I yawned.
Okay.
I just, I just wanted to say thank you and God bless you all.
That is all our service dog teams for the Sky Blue class. So if you please give them a round of applause one more time.